Yo, what it do, man? We in the building. First episode, we live on YouTube. This your boy Elooo. Y'all know how it go. But y'all know how it go for real, though. If you ain't got your coffee with you, you can't sip with me because you ain't got nothing to sip. And I got some stuff for we to sip on. Let's get it. First, I want to say, when y'all do get around to seeing this is the first episode that I'm doing this, so I don't expect nobody to come on live. I don't expect too many people to be in tune right off top. But I do have a crew of people that will be following along in a few days or so because I have been doing this show on Instagram and on my stories. I've been doing it for about since 2022, and it's been a great growing. I have feedback from guys that come in that's real sports enthusiasts. That's what we do on this show. We speak on sports, life, and love. Um, Mostly sports. As you can see, I'm a major Hurricane fan. Heck, behind me you can see that Heat gang, Kane gang, and that Tampa Bay band. You feel me? You know how we do it down here. I'm a South Florida baby. That's where I'm from, Fort Pierce, Florida. Stand up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what we here to do today, man. So this is how we gonna kick it off. I came in, I got my bulletin point set. I think y'all can see that too. I got my bulletin point set. I got everything lined up. Y'all can chime in. You write what you want to write on the screen whenever I'm live. I sit here and I'll write down the questions that I'm gonna gonna answer when I get off of these bulletin points. But yeah, man, we here. It's here, man. Every Wednesday morning we gonna be here sipping coffee. So y'all come and join me, man. But today we starting off with the state of Miami after this season. The state of Miami after this season is in a beautiful place. The state of Miami is beautiful right now. We just finished the 10-3 season. Um, yes, we started the season with plenty expectations of being in the ACC championship. Plenty expectations of making it into the national playoffs, to make it to the national championship game. When Cameron Ward came about last year, this same time, remember what was being said. Remember what was said then was that Cam Ward was a fumble machine. He was a turnover machine, and we forced somebody out of the NFL draft that wasn't going to make a difference. Well, here we is a year later. And a year later, the stats say something different. Okay, my man was able to control that ball this season in a nice way, man. I'm talking about, to be honest with you, the first 3 games that I watched him, I was kind of in awe of him. I couldn't believe this man had that much poise back there. He was that calm in the pocket. I've been watching football my whole life, so therefore I ain't seen too many quarterbacks that get back there and have a Mike Vick demeanor. Calm, because I know if it break down, I know what I could do. I know how I could do, when I could do. So that right there was a piece of joy for a true Miami Hurricane fan to actually see a quarterback. We had some major breakdowns with injuries. We all kind of knew from the beginning of the season that Lance Guidry was already on the bubble. Heck, most of our cocaine fans, and if y'all new to the show, y'all new to the process, that's what I call the fake Miami Hurricane fans, the cocaine fans. And so we'll get some stuff rolling where we got some segments going and all of that good stuff for the cocaine fans, okay? Because them guys right there, they speak on football in the light as if they know about football, and they know nothing about football. So yeah, the cocaine fans had been calling for Mario's fire. And I was like, you don't sign nobody to a 10-year contract, and within the first 3 years, you think, first off, you hire someone to a 10-year contract because you know that there's a process that has to be done to get the program to where they needed to be at. So therefore, within the first 5 years, talking about firing somebody, hey, we know where y'all relationship skills at, and that's why I call you cocaine fans. But we knew in the beginning of the season that Lance Guidry was on the hot seat. because last year he was doing some of the same stuff. That one safety, blitzing everybody, dropping the defensive ends. You got defensive ends where the D tackles go. And again, I understand we had injuries this season, but this is what I'm saying. Hold on, what it say? Remember to hold on, y'all know this is the first time we going live. I'm trying to make sure y'all can write in. Actually, I had a couple people pop in. You know, we got up to 4-5 people a minute ago. So, hey, major love to everybody who popping in. Like I said, I hope y'all can write in, say what y'all want to say, so I can't answer to it. But like I said, we in the first bulletin of my my little breakdown to sip this coffee today. Because you know I'm going to get saucy with you. You know I'm going to get to talking that noise and doing my thing how I do my thing. Because if you've been a part of my thing, you understand, man. Too much South Florida. Let's get back to it, though. We understood that Lance Guidry was on the hot seat. We understood that we was on an experimental project with a 1-year quarterback. We understood that we was bringing in a horse running back that was on a 1-year experimental with Damian Martinez, and that he was coming in to be teaching some things to Mark Fletcher so that the next year Mark Fletcher could be that guy. And then what we learned this season amongst that time of Mark Fletcher getting taught some things, what we learned was we had a freshman sitting behind us that was oh so beautiful. And that's my boy Jordan Lyles. We stole him from Ohio State last year. Jordan Lyles, I thank you, because had you chose Ohio State, you'll be getting ready to play in the national championship for the first time. But guess what? We're going to wait for the next year and the year after that for you to get your taste of the national championship, brother, with the Hurricanes. Yes, sir. So this is what we're gonna say, y'all. And the other thing, let me touch that real quick before I continue on to the state of Miami. That's why I got these bulletin points, because I jump around on y'all. But Jeremiah Smith win this national championship. He coming to Miami. Argue with your mama. All right. Yeah. Enos might come too. Argue with your mama. Yeah. The state of Miami after this season is in a beautiful state. We went 10-3 on the season. We was promising. We had a lot of upside to it, and we had some downside to the point that we fired our defensive coordinator. Let's talk about the new look Miami. The new look Miami with this new defensive coordinator. For the last couple of days, I said I ain't doing nothing on Instagram. I ain't saying nothing about nothing until I get on live on YouTube. And here I am. Let's speak on the new quarterback. Let's speak on the new wide receiver. Let's speak on the new defensive coordinator. Let's speak on some of these new D tackles and defensive backs that we done loaded up over here into you. Oh, man. We came in on a fully loaded episode. You hear me? A fully loaded episode of the Hurricanes. And let me tell you, let me start at the new defensive coordinator. I sat back the last couple, since he got hired. It's been about a week or so now. And I watched film on Minnesota. I actually won money with Minnesota this year. I am a sports bettor. I will have some picks and parlays for y'all on here too throughout a couple segments. You know, like I said, we're going to get fully rolling, and we're going to be fully rolling. But I won some money with Minnesota this year. Their defense was pretty nice and aggressive. If a guy like himself can go up to a place like Minnesota and turn their defensive situation around within the small amount of time that he's been up there in Minnesota, when he get to Dade County with the caliber of defensive linemen, the caliber of linebackers we have, the caliber of defensive backs we are now bringing in. And let me remind y'all about this season again. I know everybody like, oh, Miami defense sucked, this and that. They did. They it was more so the play calling. If you're not being put, I don't care what, I don't care who, go get Travis Hunter. You're putting the man on the island in a bad situation, he in a bad situation. That's all to it. I mean, baller's gonna ball now. Baller's gonna ball. But you can only put a baller in so many situations to be upside down that he's not gonna end up upside down. Okay? So, and that's what we was doing, man. We was being left in undisciplined, bad situations all season. So, that guy, he gets here with these caliber of players. I know for a fact our defense will be in the top 10 this year. I was asking for this other guy that I thought would put us in the top 5. Truthfully, I'm gonna tell you who I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was the guy that's the linebackers coach at Green Bay. Can I pronounce his name? No. And I ain't gonna try. I ain't even gonna try because he got one of them Italian Puerto Rican names, huh? Yeah, I don't know how to say that, but I can tell you this here. Last year before we picked up Lance Guidry, he was the number one guy in suit to be our defensive coordinator, and he ended up at the Green Bay Packers as their linebackers coach. So I truly thought that was the one we was going to get. But again, I respect Mario Cristobal and his coaching staff so much because of the things that they do with it. What they do with it is keep it in house. And that's how things should be. Keep it in house until everybody need to know what they need to know. And you can't know what you need to know on the outside until we know what we know in the inside. That's some life stuff right there for your millie men. You handle the inside before you go outside. So Mario, I respect that about you. That new defensive coordinator, when you bring him in, I automatically jump straight to the film to see what his front seven look like. What type of plays he calling? Do his defensive ends contain the edge? Tyler Byrne, and you gonna go jump your rump into the NFL draft. Your rump gave up the edge all season long. What's wrong with you? And you jumping in the NFL. Don't worry, because with real coaching, they'll fix that. They'll fix that, Tyler Byrne. So we ain't even got to worry about it. But I think that was more so on Lance Guidry. Again, he got into some new school stuff. And again, there's a lot of questions I still got. Jason Taylor, you one of the defensive lines coach. They got rid of Silver. I hope this new defensive coordinator got his guys lined up from defensive backs coach to defensive line coach, because who agreed to this? Who agreed to dropping them defensive ends out of the pressure like that, man? Y'all telling me my defensive line had a bad year. I know. They wasn't set up to go and rush the quarterback. That's what they signed up to do, go rush the quarterback, Warren Sapp style. But what was they made to do? Drop into coverage. Akeem Mesidor at defensive tackle, 10 yards back there against Syracuse. The main first down they needed. They didn't catch that on no secondary player. They caught that on Akeem Mesidor, the one who just announced that he coming back next year to play defensive end, because they had him at D tackle all year. Yeah, man, we got some questions to be asked. So with this new defensive quarter, I love what he do. He's an ex linebackers coach. He's an ex defensive ends coach. He's a front seven guy. And now we need the secondary coach that's gonna come in and get them guys in line. So mind you, I have been trying to do my homework to find out what was going on with Jadis Richards. If any of y'all real Hurricane fans is in this chat, or y'all watch this episode, let me know. Let me know if Jadis Richards is staying with the U, or did he go? I don't know if he had his last year, but with that injury, I don't know if they're going to allow him to continue. I don't know. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with Jadis Richards. But I know Damari Brown, a guy who we lost within the first 5 series against Florida. We had guys that went down this season that was major factors. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that's the whole reason, because Lance Guidry was a problem. I'm putting all the tags on Lance Guidry, okay? Lance Guidry was the problem, and that's why I'm happy Mario went ahead and punched the tag on him. And like I've been saying, I came on here on a story and I said this a couple weeks, like a week or two ago. I said I fully trust Mario Cristobal. At the end of last year, remember this. At the end of last year, we was being ragged on. The Hurricanes was being ragged on about TVD, Tyler Van Dyke, in which I just seen that he chose to go over there to SMU with Rick Ashley. I think that's a smart move. I think that's where he should have took his big red-head self over from the beginning. I don't know what the heck he was thinking. Taking him to Wisconsin. Wisconsin don't want no offense for you to throw the rock. Last time you looked good, any kind of good TVD look, Tyler Van Dyke, I'm calling TVD, that's a nickname for when you were balling, when you had Rick Ashley. Rick Ashley was your offensive coordinator, your best year in football. Why would you go to Wisconsin? That's something we'll get to later when I get down to this bulletin about these transfers and NILs. But last year we had TVD, interception machine. We played Georgia Tech last year and we lost to them. Every interception this kid threw, there was another kid on the side of the field wide open. Jacoby George, to be exact, wide open on the other side of the field. What he did this season, we came in with a guy that was in projected to go to the NFL. He declared for the NFL and he came to the Hurricanes. What he do? Push us to the #1 offense in the nation. I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know y'all don't want to hear this real talk, but it is real talk. So I got to give you the factual backs. It was the basics. You feel me? Y'all on YouTube with Elooo, baby. Rock in and lock in, you feel me? Hit the subscription button. Go ahead and hit the like button. And don't play buttons with your own self. Because I done told y'all what was going on down here to you. We've knocked off 10 games. And if you are a fan of a team within Florida, keep your mouth shut. Even with our bad defense, we 21 every team we played in Florida. Say about your offense. Let me throw one more shot before I go on to my next bulletin. Let me throw one more shot, because we still on the bulletin about the new look Miami. But I'm gonna tell you like this here. Y'all trying to get happy. Florida State fans trying to get happy because they done got them a quarterback, Castellanos from Boston College, who got benched. Y'all done went and put up another quarterback, an unproven quarterback, and you want to tell me about Carson Beck? Let's go there. That's the next bulletin. Let's go there. You want to compare Thomas Castellanos to Carson Beck? Brother, have you looked at Carson Beck's number? Matter of fact, we're going to knock off 2 bulletin points right now. We're going to knock off 2 bulletin points right now. Okay? Have you looked at Carson Beck's number in the SEC at Georgia? The number 1 ranked school in the nation for the last couple of years? The number 1 ranked recruiting school in the nation for the last couple. Have you looked at his numbers the last couple of years? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about his numbers this year. Carson Beck. We're going to go ahead and exit Thomas Castellanos out of this, but just like his offensive coordinator did this season, okay? We don't even want to talk about that. Bam. Now let's go here. Carson Beck. My man numbers at Georgia is so high and crazy looking, it shocked me, because if you were part of Sipp This Coffee from social media, you understand I was talking trash about him. I won money against Georgia this year, understanding that he wasn't having a good season. Why wasn't he having a good season, Elooo? He wasn't having a good season because the receivers was the trashiest things on earth. Mud Lovers had the most drops in the FBS, in the FCS. How? They've had the top recruits in the nation for the last couple of years, and you telling me they had the most drops in the nation? That ain't on the quarterback. Matter of fact, the SEC championship, that young dude, Gunnar Stockton, was out there slinging that rock, bro. They could have won the game had they caught every freaking third down that this man was completing, the ball slapping them in their palms. Right there, the white, the petite. They dropping it. I don't care who your quarterback is, brother. Bring Tom Brady back. If you ain't catching the route, it ain't nothing. He's nothing. So let's go back to it. The running back situation. Man, from the time Etienne touched campus, this man was getting tickets and arrested. He's been a distraction more than a help. Then he finally gets on the field. What happens? He gets injured. He's your top running back. Now, 32 did his thing too. I can't knock him. What he doing in the SEC? Stupid stuff. On their best drive early in the game, he out here headbutting people and stuff. Take your ass to the MMA. Excuse me, I don't know what YouTube rules on live and with cussing. And, we learning. I just learned I can't play no music and all that because they do the copyrights and all that. I'm finna jam out with y'all. Y'all know. Y'all know how we doing. This your boy Elooo, man. We rocking out, sipping coffee. I hope you got yours. I know y'all up, getting ready to go to work. We've been rocking out for 18 minutes already on here. I'm already about 4 bulletins in, and I'm on here talking about the new look Miami. We just discussed the defensive coordinator that just came in. Am I going to try to say his name? No. Yeah. No. I'm going to wait till I hear it about 20 more times, and then I'll get on here and let y'all know how you say his name. Bingo. So while we was just there, we was talking about Carson Beck. I threw Thomas Castellano in there just to let y'all know that he trash anyways. Same thing I tried to tell y'all when y'all picked up DJU, but y'all wanted to argue with me. Oh, just because he going to put on the Florida State helmet, he going to be good. All right? Your hot ass learned 2-10. Mr. 210. What highway you on today? 210. What you doing today? I'm about to go to the gym. I'm going to bench how much? 210. I jumped on the scale today. They used to say I was fat, but I lost weight. How much you weigh? 210. They say them boys 2 and 10. Man, get right, man. Y'all sound like a weight bench, bro, a bench press number or something, man. So, hey, listen, my loving FSU fans was trying to rag me, trying to make me feel bad about a 10-3 season because we didn't go to the ACC. I'm going to say that. See, look, I even took this off the bulletin, and I'm still going to mention it. Florida State had a great defense last year and still ain't go to the motherfucking playoffs. Hey, it's proven today that Florida State had a great defense last year. They got rookies in the NFL tearing it up. And I'm a football enthusiast, bro. I'm not going to just throw shade where, again, we on here talking the truth. We sipping coffee. You know, you sip that coffee, you look, inside joy go through you. So yeah, we here. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Defense was marvelous last year. I give you that. Receiving core, nah. They didn't look good this year in the NFL. Coleman just in a situation where they ain't got no other mother-loving receivers over there, Buffalo. Yeah. He just in a situation they ain't got no more receivers. He making that man cost me money this year. Every time I threw his ugly rump on my ticket, he messed up. He ain't covered. The other night, all he needed was 20 yards. What'd he do? Nothing. Ain't talk about Coleman. But y'all defenders was nice. Y'all defenders of that D tackles, Frisk, Verse, what the linebacker was that I was happy came to Tampa. And I ain't see too much from him this year, but I can tell you this here. I know he one of the ones. I seen him. The boy ran a 4.340. So there you go. I gave y'all a little credit. But let's go back to it. What highway we on? 210. 2-10, Florida State. Okay? Now, if y'all want to talk to me, y'all want to be nice to me, y'all won't bring up Thomas Castellino name no more. I seen on the little chart, Florida State was above us in the transfer portal. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about numbers. We want quantity. We want quality over quantity. You feel me? That's what we want, quality over quantity. If we was to look at the transfer portal and the players that y'all brung in compared to the players that we brung in, hey, let's get to Florida, huh? Forget Thomas Castellanos. Let's get to Florida now. Florida, y'all been looking marvelous on y'all trail with the recruiting. Y'all been looking marvelous on the trail with y'all transfer portal. Y'all been looking marvelous over there. But let me tell you what the problem is. You won't get the job done. By the time the season get here, I hate to say it, it's gonna be all kind of stories coming out of Gainesville. The same as every year. There's gonna be all kind of stories. All the way back to the Urban Meyer days. Them boys in the locker room, they had Cam Newton up there stealing laptops. Cam Newton was up there stealing laptops. Yeah, we not worried about Florida. The quarterback is a talent. What I seen out of him towards the end of the season, though, is some things. I know he's young. I know he got to be developed. But it's some things that we just going to watch him unfold. Okay? We're going to watch him unfold. Let's get to our young team over here at the U. Now, we want to talk about our receiving core, which y'all receiving core, everybody else receiving core. What his name? JoJo Trader? Y'all know about him? What his name? Ray Joseph? Y'all know about him? The cat we just picked up for LSU, he just extra. We been had a room sitting down here. We been had the running back sitting down here. We been had the offensive line sitting down here. What we talking about? How we talking about it? And when we gonna finish talking about it? I don't know. Back to Carson Beck. How do you replace Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers? I just gave Florida State they flowers on what they players doing in the NFL this year. Let's go back to Carson Beck's season. How do you replace Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers when they just showed you as rookies in the NFL that them guys can't be guarded? That you can see why his numbers the year before was totally different than his numbers this year. Why? Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey ain't dropping passes, jit. He ain't dropping passes, jit. What he doing? He's slinging the rock. They catching it and sliding. Same thing they doing in the NFL right now. Both of them boys, Ladd McConkey, Justin Herbert is a straight quarterback. I can't put him in the good, great category yet. He's a straight quarterback. Brock Bowers went through 4-5 quarterbacks. None one of them was an actual starter. Brock Bowers still led the nation in everything. He broke, if I'm not mistaken, he broke a rookie tight end receiving record this year. Yes, he did. Brock Bowers. I did a fact check with myself just then. Yeah, Brock Bowers broke one. We moving down the list, man. I know. I got to figure something out to see y'all writing in. But oh, hold on. Tell me. Okay. Okay, excuse me, y'all. I'm on here trying to learn. So I like again. I'm trying to see if y'all can write in here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, we're gonna be live like this every Wednesday. We get on here, sip this coffee. We talk about sports, life, and love with your boy Elooo. We just, man, look, man, we've been at this for a while, man. We had the podcast way back when. We were doing our thing back then, still talking about life and love and all the good stuff going on in the community. It's been a minute since we've been on here. We've been out here executing a lot of things in the community. With this time, I want to say shout out to the major sponsor from us, Kingdom Hair Care. Y'all get y'all some of that. Hit Google, type in Kingdom, that's DEM, Kingdom LLC. Order you something, leave a review. We're gonna be, like I said, the show is only gonna grow more. We'll have all your little pictures and stuff popping up. Y'all gonna be rocking with the Heat, the U, and the Tampa Bay Bucks the whole season, the whole time that we on this thing, man. Before we get out of here, because I've been rocking out for a couple minutes now. Before I get out of here, I got 2 more bulletins I gotta touch. And I kind of touched it a minute ago. I gave Florida State credit just then. I gave Florida a tad bit of credit just then. But my true dreams or hopes for this 2025-2026 season coming up is that all Florida teams return to dominance. My call is for all Florida teams to return to dominance. The top 3, Florida, Florida State, and Dade County. College football is different when we all doing our thing. The trash talk. This year, I wanted to start Sip This Coffee on YouTube a little earlier, but when I realized Florida State wasn't gonna give me too much feedback, I just went ahead and said I'm gonna hold off. For real now. I'm for real with this right now. I really would like to talk trash. I really like to be able to sell out. But when my trash ain't even much what you talking about? It's too factual. I was calling y'all trash and y'all was trash. I said y'all wouldn't go win, y'all ain't win. You know, that ain't fun. I wanna talk some good trash, and there be some fights, some little squabbles in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Florida State and Florida, I need y'all to return back to dominance because we there. We there. I don't say the U is back. I always tell them like this here. We ain't back, bitch. We better. Y'all tell me a YouTube allow me to say that without taking my stuff down and all that. We ain't back, bitch. We better. I've been to beep it out that time too. But that was one of the last bulletins. Here's the last bulletin right here. They got to get a hold on this transfer crap, bro. They got to get a hold on this NIL transfer crap. I'm all for everybody making their bread. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got youth kids too. I hope they get to make money off their own name, image, and likeness too. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe there's got to be order to everything that's going on, because without order, we're going to have chaos. And that's what we got right now in this transfer portal. We got people jumping in the transfer portal, leaving major schools because they don't want to wait. Leaving major schools because their little feelings got hurt after a game at halftime or after the game. The coach gave them some constructive criticism. Where you play sports at where you don't get constructive criticism? Where you play sports at where you don't just get criticism? I say this in my household a lot. If you don't want nobody to critique you on what you're doing, you don't want nobody to give you correction on what you're doing, don't do nothing. Because when you think about sports, do you watch ESPN? Do you watch Fox News? Do you watch any of this stuff here? Who do they talk about on those segments? They're talking about the top athletes in the world. The cream of the crop. These guys here, you can't find nobody else to do what they do in the way that they do it. And what did they do on sports talk shows 24/7? LeBron can't shoot. Kyrie Irving ain't no good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is J.K. Dobbins still got it? Derrick Henry too big to be a running back? Yeah. All day we're critiquing the best of the best. So where don't you get critiquing that in the game? How is it these college kids are able to just up and leave just because? And it's become a full business now. It's not even about recruiting these kids. To be honest with you, talking about college football was kind of hard this season because you can't be like, oh, your coach can't even retain players. Your coach, it's not about none of that. You got coaches stepping down because players telling the Miami Hurricanes basketball coach came out and utterly spoke out about it. He said it. The player told him, I love Miami. I love you as a coach. I love everything that's going on here. But I got offered more money up north, and I'm headed to go get that money. Hey, I mean, at some point, greed taking over, and greed is gonna be the determining factor of success and failure. That's crazy. So we need to get a hold on it, man. We need to get a hold on the transfer portal. In my eyes, players shouldn't be able to transfer. If you commit to a team, to a coach, if your coach leave that you committed to, yeah, Boogie, go find you a coach that really makes sense for you. You're a running back. You at a school that run the air raid offense. That doesn't make sense. Most of the time, they take those type of schools because the school offer them money. You're a wide receiver and you going to a school that run a wing team. That doesn't make sense. So I need these youngsters to start being a little bit smarter with things, man. High schoolers picking colleges right now. Don't pick off of the bag. Because if you pick a location that is conducive, that means they are catering to what your attributes are. I'm talking about, sit with me real quick. They are catering to your attributes. What does that mean? They're going to be highlighting your talents to the point that within the next 2 years, every school in the nation will be offering you more money than you possibly can be offered right now when you haven't even had your attributes catered to. How we going to showcase that I'm a top talent if I ain't nowhere to showcase my stuff because I only went after the bag? We're going to build a bag. Man, it's like this here. It's investments. Can you invest in yourself long enough to get paid off of yourself? That's what college football should be at. But it's hit a whole another turn right now because everybody money hungry. Greed. As I said, it's greed. And again, I do understand everybody chasing generational wealth. I understand everybody chasing the bag. Get smart about getting the bag, my people. That's all I'm saying. Get smart about it. Pick a college that's going to highlight your talents, your skills. If you're a linebacker, you want to go to a school that is for linebackers, not a school that want to highlight DBs. What are your talents? Go to a school that's going to highlight that. And I promise you, by the end of that season, that you got your talents highlighted, you'll have every school offer you money because they just throwing the money around right now. But if you coming off a bench, that linebacker kid that told Florida, only way you keep me is if you got a car for 3 other people in my family, you got a car for me and a chauffeur and all that. He's not going to go nowhere. You ain't showed us nothing this year. Florida ain't even have a winning record like that there. And you talking about you want this, that, and that, and that. Hey, like this here. We can put our demands on the table, and I'm going to make you meet them. I'm going to make you meet them with what I do and how I do. You can turn that light on. Yeah. But this how we rocking out, man. This how we do, man. Like I told you, man, every Wednesday we going to be here. Y'all swaying through the day. Was a break-in segment. I enjoyed it. Before I even look back at it to see how it went, I enjoyed it. See, the way I was doing it on my stories on social media was a little different. I was able to stop in between, get my little thoughts together. I said, now I'm going to come prepared with them. I'm going to make my bulletin points. On my social media accounts all through the week, y'all can write me with topics that y'all seen through the sports world. If you got just regular life questions, man, I ain't no guru or nothing. I'm just a regular man out here living life. I done been through some things. We done made it through some situations, you know what I'm saying? So we can come up with some ideas together. I can give you my intake on some things. I ain't gonna tell you what to do and how to do, when to do. You feel me? Hey, most people watching this grown men, grown women, you know what I'm saying? Make your intake on yourself. But I mean, I can give you my opinion. Everybody entitled to their own opinion, you feel me? So that's how we rocking out on Sip This Coffee. This your boy Elooo. My last bulletin said, I'm leaving this with y'all every time and say, wake up every day with the intentions of giving more effort than yesterday, and things can only get better. I say, wake up every day with the intentions of giving more effort than you did yesterday, and things can only get better. So that's major love to everybody that's out here watching, everybody rocking with the movement. Like I said, hey, share it. There's a share button down there. Share it with somebody. Telling that boy Elooo done got on YouTube. Finally, he doing that. Hey, to my people who already been rocking with me, y'all go ahead, chop it up. Make your clips. Especially, I already know my Florida State people on here. They gonna chop it up, make their little clips. I'm leaving it up there on YouTube for y'all to do all that now. Yeah, like let's have fun with this thing, man. We got something beautiful here. We done been rocking out since 22, and shout out to everybody who been doing that there. Shout out to Kingdom Hair Products. Again, y'all hit Google. Y'all go ahead, place your orders. We got everything from hair products to beard products. We is not just a beard company. We got products for your locks. We got hair, natural hair, period. If you got mixed kids, man, they got them curly hair, you need this hydrating hair mist. I'm telling you, this ain't just something that I'm out here just trying to push on you. I've been pushing it for 5 years. Have you heard anything besides good? All right. Rock out with your boy then. You feel me? But that's how we doing it today, man. Major love to everybody. I always end it with saying about like this here. Put a smile on your face so you can put a smile on somebody else's face. And we can lighten the rooms up with good energy, because energy is the key to everything. You walk around moped out, face all sad, dragging, looking like you about to fall out of something. People don't want to be around that. Walk in the room, big dog static, beating on your chest, talking that hurricane stuff. If I catch y'all with that Florida Gator, Florida State stuff, you know I'm going to say something. You hear me? Y'all have a good day, man. It's your boy Elooo.